Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 8 p.m. evening edition of One Global Movement Speak with Heart. Hello, Tarun. Oh, my goodness. You have made a commitment to be the first person in YouTube. Thank you so much for that. And thanks to those who are watching on the other channels. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be fun, especially during this month of May. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great things that are going to happen. So thank you so much. Let us start by playing our music. Oh my God, Nancy's here already. Okay, so let us start by playing our music here, and so that everybody can enjoy it while we are getting ready to dive into the theme for tonight. Here we go. Hello, Balihuhu Pushpin Media, welcome. Hello, Harendra Kumar, welcome. Welcome to everyone. Let's enjoy our international anthems. Standing tall, hand in hand, we are the unicorn, we are the stars. And anybody who wants to jump on here, feel free. Feel free to come to the stage here, okay? If we are dealing with children, we have to give them options. Variety is a spice, right? Kanitha Momin is here. Welcome. Shining their light. We're a nation, we are rising with one love. We can go, bringing solution. Lifting up humanity, let's rise on. Standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. in it to win it. There's no other thing, but we must win. By the grace of God, we are so in it to win it, right? And we are going to win. And thank you guys so much again, because it takes a good heart to be able to come here. Really, you could have been doing something important for yourself and for your family, but you chose to be here, and you really took the time to be here, because time is precious and you took that time. So thank you guys so much. But we cannot do this by ourselves. All of us need to come together, like Mr. Ashmufara says, coming together to do this, because I started I'm going to teach the spirit of Ubuntu, the African spirit of Ubuntu, that you are only human through the humanity of others. And in this comes a lot of things. It comes love, it comes patience, it comes hospitality, it comes fertility, fecundity, and all of those things that are great for humanity. And we see these as the embodiment of Unpassive and Mr. Ashmufara. And I am really so excited, because I'm not going to get tired. I'm just going to keep going, because this is what I've been looking for a very long time. And finally, it is here, but we must do it following the spirit of Ubuntu. You are only a human being through the humanity of another person. Nobody can change that. It came from the one that created us, and I'm really so happy with that. And I know that a lot of us here are preparing for our gardens. Please, let's do it, and do it together with our children if we can. Or if you can invite children from other families or neighbors or from schools that can come and watch, that's a good thing to do. Other than that, let us enjoy doing it, because the month of May is one of the best months in life. It is a month of rejuvenation and growth, a month of fertility, and a month of prosperity, a month to really bond with nature in a way that God created it. And that is why this week and probably next week, we're going to learn a lot about gardening, what it takes, how to do it, and the advantages of gardening. And not just that, we may as well study the ecosystem, because all of these things go with bonding with nature, life, water. We want to study water. Water is life. All of these things, plants and gardening, if you don't have that water, and to water it the best way, you just you cannot really be happy. And all of these things are nature. It's God. And so we're going to be enjoying a lot to come up with these things. And if you have anything that you want to talk about with regards to nature, this is the time to do it. Don't shy. And this stage is for everyone, not just for Mundih. It's for everyone. And our children need that variety, because our children have different gifts. They come from different backgrounds, different orientations. So when we come here, all of us are speaking from different perspectives. This is the way that the children need, and this is what they love. We're talking about all inclusion. We're talking about choices, something that our children have not. Most of them have never gotten the opportunity. I can even say all children, because when you are providing something to your own child or to your own children, you're giving them choices, you're including them in stuff, but then you're denying another child, with either willfully or unwillfully. That still means that you have denied your own children all of those advantages, because what affects a child in any part of the world affects every child in the world. So this is very, very important. That is why the spirit of Ubuntu says, you are only a human being through the humanity of others. And this is what I grew up with. I was taught my grandmother's stories and my grandfather, and those stories, the moonlight stories during harvesting season, planting and harvesting seasons, those stories are always there, especially during harvesting seasons, where you have the corn, the groundnuts. We call it groundnut That's the English name for it, peanuts. And you have the beans harvesting season is always a joyful season where you eat fresh things that are produced organically. It is beautiful, and you see the children are happy. We boil granules in very big pots. I mean, peanuts or granules in very big pots, and then we cook corn. Usually, we don't just cook the corn, boil it, but we boil it. We can go both ways or three ways even to give people choices. Some you just roast it over the open fireplace. Some you boil it. Some you can bake it for those who have the oven. But we also have the traditional oven that is built from the ground with ground that is molded into blocks, which is so good, because if you want to bond with nature, you want to cook naturally. And then we have the 3-stone fireplace, whatever. These are things that some people would think, oh, this is poverty. No, that is the richest way of life, because we've been so contaminated with the so-called modernism that is not really helping. And then we turn to bond with nature the way God created us. And so for me, I am that child that was brought up with nature. And so I love those things. And it's exciting. And our community garden here, the One Global Movement community garden, starts on the 4th of May. May starts tomorrow. And so you're going to see me with hundreds of people in this community garden that was given to us by a church, free. And you're going to see us there gardening, hustling with the soil, because they give us the land, the plots, and during gardening, they also have these huge trucks. You will see everything, because I'm going to record everything. I might even go live there, right there in the garden. You're going to be hearing the whispering of the wind and people talking. So this is to bring community together. Social interaction and play and helping one another, bonding with nature at the same time. You're going to see the big trucks. They're going to bring the soil. And a lot of times we hoil the soil a lot because it's organic soil, natural manure. And then we also bring some to my backyard here, where I have the half-acre of land still for One Global Movement, so that when we are talking to these children, they are seeing what we are doing. Because without gardening, without farming, without the farmers out there, we will not be able to do what we are doing, because we need food. We need to eat, but we want to make sure that we eat the right way, the right kind of food, not just any kind of food, but we want to also make sure that we are teaching ourselves and our children how to do so, right? Let me drink a little bit of. So that is so important. And I'm looking forward to that. I already started putting my farm tools together, and I'm thinking about the kind of food that I'm going to prepare to share in the garden, because where I was born, we go to the farm, lots of us with our parents, and we cook huge baskets of food so that we eat as a family or as a community while we are also gardening or farming. So I think some of you will know what is called puff puff. It is so yummy. It's made in Cameroon and in other African states. So it is very, very yummy. So I might be doing that, but I want to pay somebody to do it, because if I'm going to do that, it therefore means that I have to wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. to prepare it, because you need to prepare it and leave it to rise before you start cooking it in olive oil. But I'm not going to be able to do that, because I'm a heavy sleeper. If I don't sleep, things don't go well. So I might have to order, because people, they work and they get tired, they need to eat. And I'm also going to carry a big a cooler of fresh water from the freezer even, and some from the fridge, so that these people can drink. So that's a good way of bonding and bringing community together, just like what we are doing here in One Global Movement. So we want to apply it to our daily lives so that our children can see, because children do things when they see them, not just hearing. That is called kinesthetic learning. They learn with their hands on. They see you doing it, and then they copy it and also do the same. So thank you guys so much. And we decided that instead of going on O Connect Monday through Thursday, it didn't work. So we would rather just stay here on YouTube and also on Facebook, Excuse me. And then Friday special is on O Connect until O Connect is able to, which I know they are really working on now, to connect to YouTube and connect to the other platforms, so that we are able to broadcast it from a variety of platforms that will work in the various communities according to our internet, because some will work in certain places, in certain countries, some will not work. So if we give our children that kind of variety and families, then they will be happy, because right now a lot of families and their children are hooked on one global movement, because they really write to me that our children, they love this is what they love. They're not even watching TV anymore. Can you believe that? Therefore means that we are doing a very good job here. So let us keep it up, right? We keep it up and we keep doing it. So we're going to stay here in YouTube Monday through Thursday. And then Friday is Friday special with O Connect. And I really urge especially our regulars here to come there. Everyone needs to come there and support, so we can carry out these discussions together. Even if you don't want to speak, that's okay. But your presence is highly, highly appreciated, and it contributes a lot. So, and Mother's Day is coming up. And I was thinking about Mother's Day is on Sunday, the 12th. Yes. I was thinking about doing something on Mother's Day special for mothers, because mothers are special, right? All parents are special, but Mother's Day is coming, and Father's Day too will come, and we do the same thing. So I was thinking, Sharon, that we do something on Sunday, but I know that there is the Dream Team on Sunday, and it might also intercept their own program, which I don't want. So I was thinking about doing it around 4 p.m., 5 p.m., or somewhere around that. So Sharon, let's think about that and see what we can do, because we need to, so that our kids are important. They're going to be mothers and fathers tomorrow, and we want to celebrate this so that they know that it's very important, of course, and it is very important. You know, mothers are supreme. It is said that the face of heaven is under the feet of the woman, and that woman are all of us mothers here, all over the world. And the mother starts with a little girl, and so that little girl will know that, you know what, I need to do more to become the best mother in the future for my children and my family. That is very, very important. And so, yes, Mother's Day. And Nancy, everybody here is hearing, especially the ladies here, let's know what we can do on that Sunday. And if we already know, we start hitting the internet with commercials, so that we really help people to come. So let us choose a time that will not intercept, because Dream Team starts at 11:45 to 12:45 to 1:45 to 2:45, 3 hours. So somewhere between 3 and 5 p.m. So let's ponder on that, and then we come out with something that we can do in our WhatsApp group, please. Thank you so much. So it's gardening time of rebirth, time of growth, time of planting, time of sowing a seed. Very important, because if you don't sow a seed, you cannot have anything to harvest. And seed starts with planting something that we're going to eat, in order to have the energy to also do the other things that matter. And you can sow seeds in different ways. Sometimes it's investment, maybe in the stock exchange market. But with us here now, our seed is being planted in unpassive, and therefore one global movement. So this is very important. May is a very important month of the year. And so now we are in the mindset series number 57. How would you explain a plant life circle to children and young people? How would you explain a plant life cycle to these young people and children? How would you explain it to somebody who doesn't even know, even an adult? How would you explain that to them? So it's for everybody. We are learning. And if you didn't know how to garden, just know that gardening is part of your mental health. It is healing. It is really, really bonding with nature in ways that you don't even imagine. But I keep just researching into all of these things, and it's so fascinating when I do it. I love it. I discover a lot of things, and I'm learning a lot of things too from you guys that I did not know before. And just so, please put your own perspective, your contribution in the chat so that we can come back to it. So, how will you explain a plant life cycle to children and young adults? How will you even explain it to somebody who does not know the cycle of a plant? This is very, very important. So, we always like to begin with a quote. And it's very, very important. Sometimes I just formulate these quotes out of what I'm feeling and what is coming to my mind. So I just formulate them. Sometimes I take it from other legends that have done so for us, even though some of them are not here, but we get to really read their works, which is a great way of appreciation to what they have done before we ever came along, right? And some of them are still alive. We continue to pay tribute and gratitude to what they have done for setting a good stage for us. And Sharon too is very versed with gardening. If you want to contact her, she's very versed with gardening. And I learned a lot of things too from her. Certain things that I did not know, now I know because of her. And we all are learning from one another here. So that is the beauty of diversity. The beauty of diversity, bringing people together. It's the beauty of diversity. And Unpassive is an embodiment of beauty in diversity, not just human beings, but in the products, and in really, really transcending geographical barriers to reach to every child and every family. And we are the luckiest ones to be here because of Unpassive, right? And it is left for us to keep doing what we are doing. So, everything starts with sowing a seed. Oh, wow. Esther, you're not sleeping. Ha, my goodness. Ha, this is serious. She's not sleeping. Why are you awake? Oh, my goodness.
How are you, my beloved?
I'm doing wonderful. Oh, my goodness. Are you sure you're not going to wake up the house?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I do the much I can just to give you moral support.
Okay, thank you so much. So, sowing a seed, we are being told from the scriptures that we need to sow a seed, and sowing a seed doesn't have to be so huge. When you are starting something, you start small. But when you're sowing something, it depends on the kind of energy that you put into sowing that seed. Sow a seed, but your energy is most important. What you put into that seed is very important. What are you putting into the seed? Did you pray over the seed? Did you thank God for the seed? Did you thank the farmers who even came along with those seeds? Sowing a seed is very important, but your heart and the energy that you put into it is very important. That is my own quote for today. So, a plant life cycle is a series of stages a plant goes through from the time it begins its life until it creates new plants. To explain it to a child or young adult, you could use this simplified approach. Very simplified. We don't want to complicate things, because for me, I like simple things, because if they're complicated, I don't even want to go there. But sometimes I know too that I might be complicated to you guys when you don't know, but ask questions. Remember, you're not just here to absorb things and accept it. You have to bring your own worldview, your point of view, your own thinking, how it operates in your family and in your own region. Because bringing all of this knowledge together helps a lot, and we get to help our children with all this knowledge. Don't accept the status quo. You have to be able to bring your own knowledge according to the way God has gifted you to be able to challenge the status quo. Not challenging it in a negative way, contributing to it because you have a gift. Each and every one of us has a gift, and we do not leave our gift to be dormant just because we want to just accept things the way they are. I bet you our children, like what Mr. Ash Mufara is doing, that is his time that he's doing. He's building all of this technology during his time, our time. But our children are going to come out with something different in the future. And that is how you know that These children are growing. They don't just accept things. They may want to contribute to it, but they also have their own version that they can also build and also empower the world with. And this is very, very important for us. So we want to be able, because everything in life takes a process. There is nothing in life that does not take a process. It took you a process to be here, to turn on that YouTube and to be here and you're listening. That's a process. Or it takes a process for you to wake up from bed, brush your teeth, look for breakfast and eat, and then begin to do your daily activities. There is nothing in life that does not take a process, and we need to educate our children, because a lot of scammers are out there now with the quick get rich schemes. They are fooling, they are scamming, they are hacking, they are doing terrible things. Today, you wouldn't believe they called me more than 5 times. I have blocked. And those people, there are too many. What I did today, I answered the phone again. And because they keep calling me the same voice. Oh, we are calling from the fire disease. I say, yes, go ahead. I didn't even say yes. Remember not to answer yes when you answer the phone, when you don't know the number. If you say yes, they're going to clone your voice. And then they're going to formulate something and say, you said yes. Don't do it. When somebody calls you, hello, you say, hello. They want you to say yes. No, don't say yes. Say hello back. Who are you? How can I help you? And then they'll say, I'm calling for this. We want you to contribute today. Are you going to put it on your card? As I just told him, I said, be a man and go work and stop taking money from people. He said, okay, bye. That's what you do. So be very careful and don't click links. So that's a warning. So everything takes a process. And how can we explain the plant life cycle to young people and our children and to ourselves? We start with a seed. No matter how small it is, like a mustard seed, it starts with a seed. Every plant starts with a seed. Seeds come in many shapes and many sizes, but they all contain a baby plant, the embryo. The embryo is what it starts with. So, and now with those who are doing biology, and we know that our children are doing it, we did it too. I did some biology. So the embryo, it starts with the seed. It's called the embryo. And the nutrients it needs to start growing. The embryo comes with nutrients, right? That's why we need to grow things and grow them well organically, because they will come with great things. And then number two, when you start with that seeds go in different ways. I just learned, because we're going to start the One Global Movement Community Garden on the 4th. I learned how to germinate okra seeds, so that it will grow quickly. I learned that already. I started learning it last season. I'm like, wow. Because when you learn, you subscribe, they keep sending good things to you. And that's what I've been doing. So after the embryo, you go to the process of germination. The seed has to germinate. When a seed is given the right conditions, remember, the right conditions has to be there. Sunshine, photosynthesis, and all of those things has to be there. And when a seed is given the right conditions, the right nutrients, the right soil and water, like water, warmth, and sometimes light, not even sometimes. Seeds need light, but there are some seeds that can grow inside that don't really need light. They need light. It begins to grow or germinate. People like Brillia, the young people here, they know what I'm talking about better than some of us here, right? I know that the young people here will know. So now it begins to grow or germinate. The seeds coat breaks open. And what happens before it breaks open is, when you plant a seed, first of all, it's going to die. You know that things die before they grow again, right? So it breaks open and a small root will start to grow down into the soil. A tiny shoot then emerges and reaches for the light. A tiny shoot now the sunlight will be coming through that tiny shoot, and then it will go down to the root, and then it will begin to nurture the plant to grow. And then stage 3, seedling. As the shoot grows, it forms what is called the leaves and begins to make its own food through a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. It forms its own food through a process called photosynthesis. The seedling stage is when the plant is still small but has started to grow taller and stronger. These things are very important. Why am I taking time to do this? Because we want to teach our children self self satisfaction and self independence. Being self independent and being satisfied with yourself is to do things for your own self instead of waiting for some people to do it for you, or instead of just waiting to buy it from the market. And gardening comes with a lot of health benefits. Mental health, it helps with mental health, it helps with physical exercise, it helps with bonding with nature. It helps in a lot of ways. It helps to bring people together, like in a community garden. It helps to really kindle. If that spirit is not yet there, it helps to kindle the spirit of gratitude in us, because when we see our parents or the farmers, we don't know what they go through before bringing that food to the market. We just buy, and sometimes we even complain that it is expensive, and we don't blame people for complaining, because everything is gone up. The price of everything is gone up now. But we want to make sure that we go through this so that we learn a lot of things in order to appreciate people. You don't have to begin to do a lot. You do small. Maybe you plant your own flowers in your own garden to smell the flowers yourself instead of going to buy the flowers to smell them. You can plant your own and smell them yourself. The beauty of flowers, it uplifts your spirit. You see that? That is very important. So you start to grow. Now they start to grow taller and stronger, and then sometimes you need to start watching for the weeds, and you weed them, and then you try to put some soil, organic soil, at the bottom, depending on the kind of plant, and then it will keep growing. And then stage 4, the adult plant. Now you've done all of this work, you get to stage 4, the adult plant. Once the plant has grown bigger, it develops more leaves. You see, this branch develop branches and leaves and whatever. It depends on the kind of plant. Some is just a tree that you plant, right? And it develops leaves and then branches, and sometimes beautiful flowers, and sometimes seeds that would pop and open. Sometimes it just disperses itself. It's got one of the ways of seed disposal is when the seeds just pop open and they just sprout all over. Next year when you come, you don't even have to plant something like water leaf. Some kind of water leaf. I think it's also here. I brought from Cameroon. You just go there, the babies just start growing again without you even spreading out the seeds. And now you just take it and transplant it wherever you're going to transplant it at. It also does so with huckleberry. Huckleberry is part of the spinach family, very healthy. And that's what we eat mostly. We prepare it and put it in the freezer and eat it all year round until it comes again to the next harvesting season. So this is so important. So branches, sometimes flowers. This is when it's mature and ready to reproduction. That's why we say May is a very important month in our life. Rebirth, reproduction, prosperity, warmth, growth, right? Rejuvenation. That is the meaning of May. Very important. Then stage 5, the flowering and pollination comes along after stage 4. The flowering and pollination comes around. Many plants produce flowers to help them make seeds. I should have brought some seeds that, you know what? Let me bring you something and show you what I did. Okay, thank you. Now, these are potatoes that I farmed last year. Remember, you don't have to keep buying the seeds from the markets. When you grow your things, now you set aside some for next year. You see how they are germinating even on their own, and you see how shriveled the potato is because they are ready to die, to be reborn again. So now I would just plant. We have carefully. Sometimes you have to take away some of the sprouting so that it can come out very healthy. So these are the potatoes. I also have okra seeds. I also have bitter leaf seeds. I have beans. I don't buy beans from the market because all these things are grown organically, which are very healthy. So the flowering and pollination stage, many plants produce flowers to help them make seeds, just like you've seen this one from the seed potatoes, and the flowers attract pollinators like bees. Now you know animals are very important in the process of gardening. Now these pollinators, they will attract bees and butterflies, which help transfer the pollen, a fine powder, from one flower to another. This process is called pollination, and it's important for making new seeds. And you see, I learned some insects from our beautiful sister here, Sharon. She talked to me about some insect that you must throw them in your garden, so that is the work. You let them work. Even the worms are there for a reason. The worms is a big part of fertilizing. You can even go where the earthworms are. When the rain falls, you go and pick them and you just throw them in your backyard. They're going to do their work. Just leave them alone, they will do the job. Even when you cut the earthworms into pieces, they still grow out because they are there for a reason. So all the insects are there for a reason, so but we need to learn them and know. So pollination, and it is very important to make new seeds so you can harvest those seeds, dry them, and preserve them for next planting season. I have corn too that I've also preserved, corn seeds. So this is very important. Then seed production. After pollination, flowers turn into fruit or seed pods that contain the new seeds. When these seeds are ready, they might fall to the ground, get eaten and spread by animals, or be carried by wind or water. Now you see, seed dispersal comes into play here. You see the squirrels, I'm always fighting with them behind here. They're fighting to really eat all my crops, And even the ducks, I give them some of the corn behind my home here. So we have to feed them too because they are also there for a reason. So now you see seed dispersal. Sometimes you don't even need to plant it. The birds will take it and drop it somewhere. And some people will get it as their own seed. And we've done that a lot, even in where I was born in Cameroon. We do that a lot. And sometimes the birds, the squirrels, the animals, they dispose it and they win. And then even the water, the seas and the lakes, they also serve as a means of disposing seeds. And that's why some people, sometimes you think, oh, I don't have seeds. Before you know, something is growing in your backyard that you don't even know where it came from. I have seen that a lot, and I have also benefited from it. So this is very, very important. And then now, seed production is the last cycle. Reproduction and the cycle continues. When these seeds find a good spot to grow, they start the process all over again. And just like Mr. Ashmufara says, when we get to the highest top, we're going to create another top. This is exactly the journey of growing a seed, planting a seed, or gardening. When these seeds find fertile grounds, fertile soil, when they find a good spot to grow, they start the process all over again, creating new plants. And most of the time, it's during this time of the year, May. Now you see them sprouting because they found soil. But if you throw them on a cemented floor, it's not going to grow. When you throw them in dirt, because when people throw dirt at you, know that you're fertile grounds, because things don't grow on cemented floor. They grow on fertile grounds. So when people throw dirt at you, don't worry about them. Just walk away if you can, because you're fertile ground, okay? Don't take it offensively. So, when these seeds find a good soil, they will grow. And this cycle can happen over and over, allowing plants to continue growing and spreading out. Very, very important. It will allow it. That's why, when I went to this community garden, when they gave me, we were put on the waiting list for 2 years, but finally we got it. That is why patience and persistence is very important. And so when we got it, now we like to grow our huckleberries. very good vegetable from the spinach family. But we found these huckleberries already there. Oh my goodness, we didn't spread any of the seeds. So we transplanted those ones that were already there to a different area before spreading out new seeds. And we also planted beans. The next year when we came back, beans was already there. We found other, there's a kind of vegetable that I always buy from Cobb Foods when our own is finished. I found it there. So we just carefully take it and bring the organic soil and plant it, and it will grow faster. So everything that we see around us, it's important. We don't ignore it, whether it is the wind, whether it is seeds that are growing that we didn't plant, whether they're the bees because they help in pollination. All of these things are important, and we need to teach our children this. I know that some of our children here, they are listening. Some of our young adults here, they are listening because they know these things better than I do. That's why we say, come here. This stage is for you, for young people. Come here and say something. Little kids are already coming here. We need to hear from everybody. Don't be shy. Nobody knows it all. I'm encouraging you guys to come here because we want to build monuments and empires out of our children. We want to build this thing, but we want to do it together with them so they are learning. You cannot build an empire for a child without teaching that child how to build it. We got to do it together as a family, just like we are doing here. So we can compare the plant life cycle to the way humans and animals grow and reproduce. Do you hear that? We can compare the plant life cycle to the way animals and humans grow and reproduce. Reproduction is very important. We have to replicate things. We don't just like just destroying a species. We have to make sure the species is going to continue. We don't destroy it, So now we emphasize the idea of growth, change, and renewal, which is May. Growth, change, and renewal. A fun activity might be to grow a small plant from a seed and watch each stage of the life cycle as it happens in real time. So I challenge each and every one of you, and please do it. This is a very good exercise to teach our children. I challenge each and every one of you to plant a seed. If it is the planting season in your area, like us here in the United States and in Cameroon and in a lot of other countries that I've been talking with people there, May is the planting season. Plant a seed, plant a flower, plant something with your family. And let us come back here and discuss. When you plant it, you automatically get so close to the plant. That is bonding with nature. Because it helped me when I had my traumatic brain injury. That is one of the things that helped me is gardening. And the doctor prescribed it for me. And little did the doctor know that I am even from a farming family, gardening. So that is one of the things that I love. And so I would just sit in my garden inside of the corn or the okra or the vegetable. I would admire it. I never get tired. I never get tired. Yay, Sharon is here. Yay, thank you for coming.
Hello, everybody. Greetings from Canada. Gardening, yes. One of my favorite times. It's at that time of year. But yeah, as you know, gardening, we can't plant anything these days as usual. May is gardening season. However, we have had frost in May. We have had snow on Mother's Day. And so I start planting stuff later and later. It's good to start your seeds and everything inside before you put them outside. Because I can't tell you how many times in the last few years that I get my garden all set up and everything. And then next thing you know, I see the weather. It's like, there's a frost tonight. And I go out and I don't know if you guys know MacGyver, but I go out there and I get all this plastic and sticks and I cover up my plants and everything to try to save them. I'm like, please don't kill my plants. Oh my God, I just planted them. So for the last few years, I start inside and I stay inside for the longest time. And then come June now, June is when I start planting. And as you know, like even the garden centers and that everything's late, even with the garden centers and stuff. So, if you want to buy live plants and stuff like that, what do you got there, Dr. Minnie?
I showed them before. These are potato seeds from my last planting season. So I carefully selected them and they start sprouting out. So my mom has carefully fixed them. So leave some of the sprouts, not all of them. We call them the eyes. So you reduce some of the eyes. When it's time, you just put it in your organic soil. It's going to shoot out so quick. You see how they are shooting? This is how
Nice.
we preserve the seeds. This is so nice. I love it.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice. You mentioned something earlier, like when you first started your life that I've never heard of that you grow in your country, and I can't remember what the name of it was, but um,
Huckleberry.
yes, what is huckleberry?
Huckleberry is in the dictionary too. It is a
All I know
very
about huckleberry is the cartoon Huckleberry Finn.
no, it's a very healthy vegetable. It is in the spinach family, and we eat it a lot. And Esther, because Esther is not a seed person, she's gonna learn. She does not know that, but so many Africans they eat that. When you come here during the farmers market, people are fighting to buy it. It is very
Really?
healthy. It is very good. We garden it behind our yard here, and then we store it in the freezer. We eat throughout. You can eat it with anything. You can eat it just plain like that. You can eat it with rice. You can eat it with potatoes. You can eat it just like a side dish for anything. It is good.
Is
And
it a leaf? Is it a leaf?
yes, I'll show you. When it's ready, I'll be bringing it here for you guys to see.
Okay.
So what was I going to say?
So it's a spice?
It's not spicy until you
No?
put. It's a vegetable. It is a
Oh, it's a
vegetable.
vegetable. Okay.
Yes, it is a vegetable. So I will tell you a little story. I love farming. When I was working with Ramsey County, this is a government place. There's a place there. I said I'm going to garden. When I'm not working, I go there with my traditional hoe. And everybody will be watching me. Say, what? And they were so happy. I turned that place into a huckleberry place. I planted tomatoes and I turned the whole kitchen of Ramsey County into organic food and the real African food. Now they have to give me $8,000 to go and shop. I turned that residential area, it's a government residential area. Nobody wants to eat their food anymore. They want to eat only. No, we want to eat only the food that Yvonne is cooking. Yvonne taught us. I changed the entire kitchen. I did that for another company, and they're still calling me and say, "When are you coming to visit us to cook, please?" So and it's all organic food, and I can't wait for the day that we're going to meet because we have to meet someday.
Yeah.
Then we cook, we eat. A lot of the things are the vegetable that we eat. It's very good for your system. It might not be good for those who are not used to eat because you've not eaten it. But when you eat it gradually, you get used to it. Cleanses your system. It's very healthy. You don't have a lot of these ailments that people are having. That's why I always say, go back to nature. Go back to nature and
For
stop
sure.
eating McDonald's. Quit it. Quit it unless you have to eat it. you know. So it's very important. So this is exactly what I'm saying here. May is good. And thank you for talking about the weather because about 2 years ago, they had to postpone this community garden because of the poor weather. But eventually we did. And watermelon, you can plant it now because watermelon needs warmth, soil that is not cold. And so, but I'm going to be planting mostly watermelons, few corn, watermelon, potatoes. I'm going to plant
Nice.
tomatoes. See, I'm going to beautify the front door because I'm going to get a big pot and plant the beans in there, get the other one plant, and then this bean creeps for meters. And then you just bring it together, and then people will come and be going like they're taking pictures. Oh my God, this you beautify the place.
Oh, very nice. Very,
Oh
very
my
nice.
God. Oh
Thank you.
my
Thank
God. Absolutely. Sister Sharon, we're happy to see you here.
Hello
And
there, my beautiful
yeah,
sister Esther. Nice to
how
see you too.
you
Thank you,
too.
thank you. And for
Yeah.
everybody in the chat, I just want to say hello. Greetings
Hello,
from
everyone.
Canada. And for those that I am also aka Ballyhoo Pushpin Media. For those who are in the chat that don't know me by my name, Sharon Whedon from Canada, I am Ballyhoo Pushpin Media. Just so you can put the face with the Ballyhoo Pushpin Media, I guess.
We're
And I
happy to
just
have
thought I
you.
would.
We're happy to have you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
thank you.
yeah,
As
this
you,
topic our sister Dr. Yvonne is teaching is actually a very important
it
topic here.
is.
Yeah, apart from uh, trying to explain it in the farmer's way, which I do not know, I can also interpret it in another way that also suits the
Yeah.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
This is like we parents, when we have our children, the time they are in the stomach and you bring them out, God helps us through the power of God. Those children were able to bring them to the surface of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
From that point where that child sees the earth, that is the pruning stage. That which Sister Yvonne is showing us, it's the time you just had your baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the time you start pruning that baby, showing them how to laugh,
Mm-hmm.
how to make wiggles, how to change their faces in different situations, showing them things to do gradually by gradually from one stage to the other, to the walking stage, showing them how to put their steps. This is exactly what Sister Yvonne is trying to explain to us here. So if
Exactly.
you miss any stage from the time that child comes out from the womb,
Mm-hmm.
you will see, you might take it to be nothing, but a lot has gone wrong. We need to follow every step. You do step one, you make sure that step one is understood by the child, then you go to step two. Step
Mhm.
two, you make sure that the child understands step two till the child goes into nursery. You have done your first stage of getting the child to up to being able to pull on their own. Before they go into nursery, they would have been trained for pottery.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go
Mhm.
into the nursery, they will be able to know when they are about to go and release the call of nature.
Yes.
So at that stage, the school workers, of course, will not admit your child if you have not taught them how to use
The
the
poor.
sanitaries. Okay?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
it is only on that condition that they will accept your child first. And you liken it to the fruits and vegetables our sister is trying to teach us here. If you do not groom the soil very well before you plant, that which you planted will not bring out what you have
Exactly.
in mind. It will
Mm-hmm.
not give you
Mhm.
the good result.
Yep.
You have to be educated. You have to know what should go into the soil before you
Exactly.
put in, and know the type of soil to put in a
Mhm.
particular vegetable or a particular fruit. It is, from my understanding, it is not every fruit that grows in every soil.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not every vegetable that grows in every soil.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a farmer, you will know which is the right soil and which is the right fruit or the right vegetable to put in a particular soil. And liken it back to the child and the nursery school at that stage. You would have known within you that this and this is what I'm supposed to do for my child, for
Mm-hmm.
that child to go from stage one to stage two.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mhm.
child has gotten to the nursery stage. Now the school have accepted the child. You have done your work. Kudos. You've done well. The next stage is learning. A, B, C, D.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have our dialects to teach the child. That child will start learning that dialect from the time you're teaching the pottery. Some schools teach those dialects, some don't. It might be just the general language, English language.
Mm-hmm.
They start learning the rhythms. They start learning all the phonetics. From there, they go to the next stage. If they do well and it's good teachers that are teaching them, you do not remember, you do not leave it only in the hands of the teachers. When they come back, you take their child's book, you look at all those things the teachers are teaching, you try to check their child's understanding. The teacher might be using a different way, the general way the educational system have taught them to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And that child might not be so comfortable with that teacher. But if you as a parent bring that child close and use your own bodily heat to teach
Okay.
that child, the understanding will be different from the way they will understand from the teachers. You see that the child will be doing well. You will not leave your child only in the hand of the school and the teachers.
Yep.
Because every child is not the same. They will prefer, like I have the experience here with my children. Some teachers will come to their class. You see, that subject that teacher is teaching, because they don't go well with that teacher, they will never understand that subject. But once a teacher they like comes in, you see them excelling in that particular subject. So no matter the teacher your child have, you are the best teacher for your child.
Exactly.
In every aspect of it, in every knowledge of life. Follow your child step by step. If it's something you do not know, look for a teacher that can put your child through, and you will be in it. You sit by the side while that child is learning. You see whether they're understanding. You correct, you ask the teacher, it seems my child did not understand it. Is there another way to put it through? So by the time you do all this and get to the stage where that child will do the first, we call it O level in my country. Here is GCSE. The child goes through GCSE. Then at this stage, the fruits and the vegetables you have planted, they have grown up to the point where they will start bearing fruits. And that is the GCSE stage. Once they pass that GCSE, your fruits and your plants have already got fruits. Now it is the point of ripening. When they ripe, that is the time these children pass their GCSE to go into another higher level. At that point, anything you did not teach your child before this point, you will never teach it again. That is the point you would tell yourself, now I am complete. But that does not mean you will still overlook. All you now need to do is to advise. Remember what I told you when you were at this stage. Remember, you need to go out there and make me proud. Remember, this happened, that happened. Remember, God will guide you. Remember, you are not alone. Remember, I am there with you. Even though I'm not there physically, I am with you spiritually. Remember, I am holding you in prayers. Just like the same way, you will see that your crop is not doing well or your crop is doing well, you are looking for another way, mechanized agriculture, to improve in the production you are going to have in your crops. So this is the little I would like to chip in. Thank you so much.
Way to go. Thank you, Sister Esther. That was really well said. And I just want to touch on soil. You're talking about soil. Every year, regardless if you think your garden needs it or not, you should treat your soil. Add more nutrients, I can't even say the word right now, and treat your soil. Add more black earth or whatever you need to do to treat your soil.
Also, all those things, just like my sister Yvonne, I'm learning from her.
Yes, the natural manure, the organic soil, yes.
Also, the earth needs to breathe. So before you plant anything, you need to cultivate the soil, which what cultivating it is digging down as far as you can go and turning the soil. Dig down and turn the soil. Dig down and turn the soil. And let it breathe for a couple of days. And within those couple of days, you dig again and create the soil. So you do that and that. So that way, like you're sending oxygen down, that's going to come back up. And then once you do that and water it, and then cultivate again. So you do that for like 2 or 3 days, and then you plant your seed or your plants, because you need to provide oxygen and that, and don't forget, there's all those little critters down there that's doing their job, and that, and so they've been stuck down there all winter, and the ground is flat. When you have your soil, when your soil is flat down, and it's composted, and that is not providing oxygen. So even when there's a big huge rainfall, every time there's a big huge rainfall and it rains really heavy for a few hours, you need to get out there and cultivate for the same reason, because you need to send oxygen down into your soil, so the oxygen comes up and hits the roots of the plant. So the soil is the first thing, and the most important thing that we need to make sure that our gardens are beautiful and flourish. And even more and more and more these days, we are losing it. We are not, the nutrition of our soil is getting really, really bad. And I think I mentioned this on another live, is that you should watch the documentary, Willie Harrison's documentary, Kiss the Ground. It explains to you how important the soil is, and how the soil starts from the ground up. So it hits the ground, it goes up into our trees and everything, which provides oxygen up into the air and comes back down into the soil. It's very, very important, especially nowadays, for us to take control and make sure that your soil is good, and make sure that you keep your soil healthy and good and full of oxygen. Because if we don't, and this is really bad, this is also part of global warming. If we don't save our soil today, we are all going to be living in a desert. So the soil is very, very, very important if we want to grow things, if we want a garden. And for children, and that, like, you'd be surprised, there are some kids that don't like to get their hands dirty. They don't like to like touch, like get their hands wet and dirty and stuff like that. So you can buy little gardening gloves, like little cute little gardening gloves for children. And you can give them watering containers and that, right? So they go, and then some little kids don't want to bend down and get down into the ground, and you can build gardening containers that are lifted up like 2-3 inches off the ground, and you can also like make planters out of them, so that kids don't have to bend down and get them. And with little children, and planting is very important. You can start them at the age of like 1-2 years old. The younger the better. Get them out there. Even when they're like under 1 year old, they may not understand
at that stage.
Yeah, they may not understand.
To do it.
Oh, they love it. They love it.
But they usually love like to play in dirt, and it's also getting them outside close to nature and fresh air, and being out in the garden. And with little ones and stuff like that, sometimes the little seeds and stuff like that, they can't hold in their hands. You know how we have some really, really tiny seeds. and that. So get them the bigger seeds, you know what I mean? Get them big seeds, or even start them off with the plant itself, so they can actually see the plant. You know what I mean? That they're planting in ground. And I have 2 of my nephews come and visit me every summer. And when they come, they're so cute. Their name is Fortune and Loyal. And when they come, and they're like, they go around and they pick Annie Sharon. Can I eat this? Can I eat this? And I'm like, yes, you can. And they taste it, and they're like, that's minty. That's a little peppery. That's it. And then like I try to even do some edible flowers, and that they're like, Annie Sharon, that's a flower, but we can eat it. I'm like, yeah, buddy, you can eat it. How do you think when you see cakes and that have flowers on it, and that they're edible flowers? They're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, really. And dandelions is so good for you and good for your health. Not too many people. That's why rabbits love dandelions. Dandelions you can actually eat. So it's good to teach children what they can eat and what is in the gardens, and let them go pick. And I make them pick it, and I make them like rub it together in their hands, smell it, and then eat it. and
Yeah.
they're just like, wow, and he's sharing it. So they love to come to the garden and taste things and try things and look at things. And so it's always great to get little kids, like I said, the younger the better, to plant things and to try things. And the more you introduce kids to your garden and to let them know what's good. And for little kids, you want to plant, like if you're planting vegetables, you want to plant vegetables. You want to plant things that either grow quickly so they can see it, because kids are a little impatient sometimes, and they're just like, ah. But like the best vegetables to plant for children would be broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, collard greens, cauliflower, celery, cucumbers, spinach, sweet peppers, and sweet potatoes. Those things there, and kids buzz out when they see things. And also, like if you want to get your kids into gardening and that too, go through a seed book. And the more the kids are involved in what they're doing, the more likely to try it and eat it. So let them
Yes.
go through a seed book and let them like find some seeds that they would like to plant. Sometimes they pick cool sounding seeds. Like there's a seed called dragon something. I can't remember what it. Oh, dragon carrots. And it's
Mhm.
these purple. Those purple carrots. They're called
Yes.
dragon purple carrots or something like that. So some kids will pick it just because of the name sounds cool, right? And you let them do that. And then only one other thing I really would like to say that is very important when you're teaching kids gardening is patience.
Mm-hmm.
Be very, very patient, because they
Yes.
get right
Absolutely.
into it and they're great. And you teach them everything, and you teach them like how to harvest and stuff like that. And they might dig something up before it's ready and that. And you got to tell them, no, 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 it's green. You got to wait until it turns red or turns purple or whatever the case may be. So you have to have a lot of patience when you're
Yes.
dealing with children in
Yes.
general, but when you're dealing with children in gardening, because they'll go pick certain things that they shouldn't pick yet, and it's not ready, but God love them. They think it is, and they're just so excited about
Yes.
it. And they're so excited about seeing things grow. They're just like, look what I got here. And you're just like, but you can't. You got to take a deep breath and be like, okay, sweetie, that's good. But you know what? We'll leave the rest of them because it's got to turn red. you know. And before I give it back to Dr. Mooney, you guys know what I'm going to say. Don't forget to hit that like button, give us 2 thumbs up, and make sure you hit the bell for notification and share, share, share. One Global Movement, because One Global Movement is for everybody, not just children, not just their parents, but for everybody. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Back to you, Dr. Mooney.
Thank you. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. I am really so happy that you guys hop on here. I am happy when people are here. It's like they put some gas under me and light it with a fire.
All
Thank you guys
right.
so much. So we're
Um,
going to go to the chat now. Of course, we have
Sister,
uh,
sorry. I might be zooming off. It's 2 a.m. in my
that's
place.
okay. Go sleep, please.
Yeah,
Go sleep.
so that I'll
Yes.
catch about 2 hours sleep before morning.
Please
Okay?
go. That's why I was questioning you.
Good
Go.
night,
Thank you
Sister
so much.
Esther.
Thank you. Good night. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams. Thank
Sweet
you.
Thank
things.
you.
We love
Okay.
you.
Yes, we
Yeah, I
love
love
you. Thank
you.
you. So okay, thank you so much, Tarun. Tarun has is determined to be the first person here every 8 p.m. I have consistently I've seen that. Thank you so much for being here for our children and all of us. We love you. And of course, our dancing queen Nancy is here, and Ballyhoo Pushpin Media Sharon is here. Thank you. And her Herandra Kumar is also here. Thank you so much. Good morning from this no from your end to us is good morning there, so for here is good evening. And we have the Kanitas are here. Hello, Kanita. Mommy, the mommies are here. Kanita, how are you? Thank you so much. And I'm just gonna go down the list, and we have Brilia. How are you, Brilia? Thank you so much, sweetie, for being here. We love you. And we have LV Mommy, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You are so supportive and very loving. And I think our children are going to remember that. Thank you so much. And the dancing queen, of course, we made it through the month of April. Isn't that a blessing? So let's dance to say thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for your goodness. Oh, my goodness, for his blessings to us, right? Thank you so much. That is a song that is being sung in our village in the local church. Very nice song. If the drums are here, you will see how they're beating the drums. It will be like, oh my God, I am getting into heaven right now. And hello, Ruth. How are you, sweet sister? Thank you so much for being here. And Telian, all the mommies are here again today. There are six, almost seven of them. I think so. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. We love you. And hello, my unpassive family, my One Global Movement. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nancy. We love you. And I hope our little ambassadors are doing well. Say hello to them. We love them. And of course, our beautiful daughter, Emma J, is here. Hello, sweetie. How are you? Thank you so much for being here with us. We love you. Come again and encourage young people like you to come. But we need you on the stage here, Emma. We really do need you young girls and boys on this stage because this stage is for you guys. But do it when you're comfortable, okay? Thank you so much. And hello, Galleon Mommy. I think all the mommies are here. I should count them to know the exact number. Maybe they're going to keep increasing. Who knows? And we have Fabian. How are you? Fabian Mommy is here. Hashtag Unpassive Family and hashtag One Global Movement. Thank you so much. When we are hashtagging, you put it together. AI will read it better when you put it together like One Global Movement. Every word comes together. All right, no spaces. So thank you so much for that. And of course, the managing director is here, John Barilla. Welcome to One Global Movement Evening Edition. Enjoy. Yes, we are enjoying. And Sir Ashid is here. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us here today, this evening or morning in your area. We highly appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Ruth, thank you so much for welcoming our beautiful mommy family. And hello, Emma J. Thank you. And Nancy says that hello to everyone here. I really appreciate you guys for taking that time so that I don't have to be reading everybody's name. And that is why we are here as a family and as a team. We are the army in the Lord, army for our children. Thank you. And Sharon is also saying hello. Sharon is operating in two worlds, the world of the audience and the world on the stage here. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Thank you. And Ruth says, hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag Unpassive, hashtag OConnect, hashtag Ash Mufara, hashtag Dr. Yvonne Mundih. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. And Suresh Babu, the beautiful little girl with a beautiful red dress. Thank you so much, Suresh, for being here. We love you guys so much. You guys are giving me so much energy and strength and inspiration to continue to do what I'm doing. It's not easy, but with you guys, I have to do it. Thank you guys so much. And Mr. John Barilla says, hey, folks, give the One Global Movement channel a big thumbs up and click and ring that bell for notifications. Yes, thank you so much, John. And Nancy says, when you have a leader like Dr. Mundih, how you can, thank you so much, Nancy. Oh my goodness. How you can give up or get tired? Yes, you might fall, but get up and keep going to uplift our children. Thank you so much. This is what our children would really love to hear. That alone encourages me to keep going and moving ahead. Thank you so much, Nancy. Don't leave without giving us a big thumbs up and click and subscribe and ring that big bell and get notifications. Yes, go ahead and ring that bell and make sure you click all so that you will get
And
all
share.
notifications and everything that, and then share. You can even go to families and talk to them about One Global Movement because that is the way we're going to reach every child and every family. If we don't share it, then it is not going to be good for other children and their families, you know. Thank you so much. And Kenita is also welcoming people here. Thank you so much, Kenita, for helping that way. Thank you so much. And We have Nancy says hashtag Ashmufara, hashtag Unpassive, hashtag Dr. Mundih, hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag Uplift our children. Yes, 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 yes. And of course, Amal Fateya is here again today. Thank you, sweet sister, for always being here with us, supporting us, inspiring us, and also loving and supporting our children. We love you. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you. And she's saying hello to everyone here. Thank you so much, sister. That is so beautiful of you to do that. And we're going to go down to, wow, she is on fire. Saying hello to everyone. Thank you so much. I love this circle so much. We love you. You're part of the circle now, right? Yes, you're part of this One Global Movement circle for our children and families. Thank you so much. And Telian says, hello, thank you, Ballyhoo Pushpin Media. Yes, 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 yes. And thank you, welcome, Ballyhoo Pushpin Media. Wow, everybody knows you now. Ballyhoo Pushpin Media, that is Sharon. Thank you. And plant a seed is has having a baby. It's amazing. When your plant grows, you look at them, it's beautiful achievement. It makes you feel good. Nancy, I applaud you. She is a French speaker, but she writes so well in English. I applaud you, sister. That's good. Thank you so much. You are so bilingual internationally. Babu Saresh. Oh, you have two pictures? The other one is Babu Suresh with a beautiful girl with a red dress, and this is another one. Wow. Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Cheryl Bess is here. Hello. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for being with us here. I am in California right now. Sorry, I haven't been on, I've been busy. That's okay. We say here in One Global Movement that take care of yourself. Good and quality care of yourself and your family. Family comes first, because why? If you don't do it for yourself and your family, you're not going to be able to do it for these kids that we're going to be helping in the world. We have to first of all do it for ourselves. Like Mr. Ash Mufara says, you need to do it for yourself. Pay all your debt, your credit cards. My student loan, I'll pay it. It's right here. I'm going to pay it now. But while doing that, we have to look after these kids, because kids don't wait. Nobody is going to help them if we don't. Some of them are right now going to bed hungry. Some of them are running away because of stupid, senseless wars and a lot of other things, or sex trafficking. We need to be there. We don't just wait until we are full to the brim before we help them. So, but thank God that this is what One Global Movement is doing around the world. And a lot of people right now, in different countries in the world, they are building their One Global Movement teams already, just so you guys know. So if you are not working for your own community and your family, then you are going to leave your family behind when One Global Movement starts reaching out. So let us build our various communities and bring the groups together and begin to attend and talk about One Global Movement. If you cannot attend, watch it on YouTube. Do something, critique it, ask a question. This is how our children are going to learn and understand a lot of things. So thank you so much. And our managing director said, do we all love to garden, or are we just hanging out and learning about it? I think not everybody here loves to garden. Gardening is not for everyone, okay? But gardening has a lot of benefits, and these benefits are natural benefits that we can learn to do it so that we can teach our children. You don't have to love something, but you can learn to love it, right? So that is very good. Thank you.
Dr. Mooney, can I say something?
Of course.
I just want to plug my gardening club. Everybody, if you're in On Passive, and if you haven't came into On Passive yet, I hope you do. But I have a gardening club in Onet. And my gardening club in Onet is Weed in My Garden. Please join me in my gardening club, Weed in My Garden, WEED like David, EN Garden. Weed in My Garden. See, I'm playing on the words. My name is Sharon Weeden. My gardening club is Weed in My Garden. I hope you guys.
That's a beautiful play on words. So Weed in My Garden. That is her club in Onet. and remind me to join that club. You talked about it to me, but too many things. So if me and you are together, let me sign in right away and do it. And so let us help to subscribe here, because gardening and agriculture is the first thing that we're going to be doing, opening farms around the world, so that organic farms that will help these children. And so let us subscribe. And she is one of the mentors here. She's doing a lot of things for One Global Movement. Let us go there and subscribe. And if you have something, bring it here so that we can also subscribe in your own clubs and own net. This is how we support one another, so that we can grow together and we can be able to help these children together. Very important. Thank you so much for saying that, Sharon. I really love that. And
Follow
then,
me.
yes, follow her. Follow her. Please don't forget to press the big thumbs up, subscribe, and share with family and friends. Thank you so much. And we have Vivek Tiwari. How are you, sir? We welcome you to this One Global Movement family for children and families around the world, and our young people, with a focus on young women. So thank you, sir, for coming here. Come again. Whoever told you, say thank you to the person, because you are in the best place for children and families. So come again and share with other people. We love you here. Thank you. And Damandra Ravat, sir, how are you? Thank you so much. Good morning to the Indians, and good morning to all the children around you. Good morning to everyone. Have a great day every day. Hashtag One Global Movement. Hashtag Roblin Live Show. Hashtag O Connect. We don't advertise other shows here, okay? This is specifically for children. All right, sir. I'm sorry to say that, but here we are specifically for children. We're not going to advertise other people's show here, because we want to keep it clean. We want to keep it pure. We want to keep it valuable for our children. So thank you so much. All right. Thank you. And then we have Nancy says, hashtag Ashmufara, hashtag Dr. Mundih, hashtag Unpassive, hashtag O Connect. O Connect, put it together, no dash. Hashtag O Net, hashtag O Bless, we'll put it together with no dash, so that I can read it well, Nancy. Thank you. Hashtag Love the World. Thank you so much. And MD is here. Shakeen, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for joining us here today. We love you. We love you so much. And let me go down here. Thank you so much for saying hello to us here, and me. Thank you so much, MD. We love you. And MD means Mohammed. Is that? Maybe. Let us know. Thank you. I just love to know. And I love so much all nature things. Yes, you are our friend now. This is where nature begins, with children. Children are nature's gift to mankind. So we are here for the same reason. I love that. I love nature. I love to go into the bush. I love to mess around with the soil, no gloves. I love to just when I was growing up, I would be playing in the dirt, in the dust, even in rain. What some people will see and say, oh, look, those African kids are poor. No, they're not poor. They're bonding with nature. That is how nature works so well. So thank you so much for that. I love people who bond with nature. So Weed in My Garden. You see the name there? Ballyhoo Pushpin Media, Weed in My Garden. ONET Gardening Club. Please follow me. Yes, let us follow her, because she's bringing a lot of things here, because this is where our children lie, in the garden, in the farm, and ways that we can help feed our children. So let us follow her in ONET. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's almost 1 hour, 30 minutes. Even the 1 hour, 30 minutes is what we have set for all our webinars and YouTube, but we don't have to take 1 hour all the time. But today it was a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I love you. I love you. We love you. Come again. Share, and encourage other people. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, it's already tomorrow to some people. We'll see you at 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Let me take a picture with Sharon. We love those hats like that. But there will be nobody to take my own. Come on, go ahead, Sharon. Yes, that is what we want. Thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you guys so much. And always remember to stay focused, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and always believe in endless possibilities, because we are in the best time in our life with Unpassive. So I love you guys. and see you later. And extend my love and kisses to all the children around you and all the young people. Keep encouraging them, keep loving them, keep nurturing them, give them the hugs, and make them feel that they matter, that they have greatness within them, that they can do anything if they put their mind to it, okay? And they can. You're not just talking because God gave birth God gave them to us to give birth to them with the greatness that God has written their future before they were even born. So they are great children. Let us continue to love and nurture them and direct them towards the right path. So until then, we love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yes.
Big hug to everybody. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
See you next time.
Yeah.